I made another song the other day. Do you want to see how I made it?
Take it up with the manager. I wanna take it up with the manager.
Good morning, I'm your host Vey-uh, and today we're making a dreamy beat. Today's song that we're going to be reviewing is Crybaby, and I think that Crybaby is a perfect example of what I mean when I say I make psychedelic pop. I want my songs to sound almost like you're about to fall asleep, or you're like on a late night drive. The synths and the guitars all make you feel super relaxed. And there's been countless songs all throughout my music that have sounded similarly to this, but this definitely is one of my favorites. Maybe it's just because it's new. I think that's a thing with artists, like when you make something new, you kind of like it because it's just something you haven't heard before. Then once you put it on repeat for a couple months, it's like, I don't know why I like that song so much. Before we get to the beat though, can y'all peep the background? Right there is my school flag, and it's not supposed to be looking like that. It's supposed to be spread it out across the wall, but I ran out of command strips to hang it with, so we're just not even gonna worry about that. And then you see we have a couple anime posters. That big one right there is Attack on Titan. You can't really see the little ones, but trust me, it's Mob Psycho and Death Note. And then you just got a little bit of leaves that also look like they're about to fall. So yeah, enjoy the song. You're about to hear the chorus. So this section you're about to hear next is the pre-chorus, but I thought I was making the post-chorus at first. So I end up changing the arrangement of it because in the clip, you're gonna see it's behind where I made the chorus or whatever. But I'm gonna change it around later into the recording. Also, after this, there's going to be a time skip. I did make the first verse and like the other part of the pre-chorus off screen. Apologies. Also, when I was making the song, I did a lot of like recording my vocals while actively making the beat. So there's some sections that have my vocals on there and then there's other sections that don't. That's probably why I decided not to record those parts, because I was like, whenever I start singing on a track, one, I'm really a little still not subconscious. I'm still a little self-conscious about my voice, and especially when I cannot do a note and my voice cracks and I have to keep doing the same like part of the song over and over again, which is why I don't record it. But if y'all do want to see that recording, I'd be up to it. Like, I don't care that much, but like if you want to see it, just let me know. And low-key, we talked about this with Cheese. I low-key could have separated the pre-chorus and chorus, but like lyrically, it makes sense. The last line of the pre-chorus and the first line of the chorus just go together, so it just makes sense that they're right next to each other. And it's not that bad. Anyways, here is the pre-chorus. so for this second verse, I actually completely changed up the melody from the first verse, which again is not something I necessarily do often, but it is something that I do from time to time. The reason for this song though is just because I thought I was making like a bridge at first, but no, it just ended up being the second verse. And actually, fun fact, the second verse is also the last part of the song that I needed to record. And it was also the first music that I actually recorded in my dorm, because I started working on Crybaby before I left, and then once I was already here, I was like, dang, I gotta record a second verse. So I recorded a second verse, and I did it in this closet right here. And it was a little weird, but I hope nobody heard me. I didn't have my sweet mate who's like right across this wall from me yet, so now she is here, so maybe we'll test that out one day. I'll just like start like singing a little bit and I'll be like, can you hear me? But yeah, here is the second verse. Okay, so as I do with most songs, I like to leave the intro and the outro for last because, in my opinion, or maybe this is just when it comes to my songs, because sometimes I do like them in other people's songs, but in my opinion, when it comes to my own music, the intro and the outro are the most unimportant parts of the song. They're kind of just formalities that I use to get to the meat of the song, which is like the chorus and the verse. Honestly, if I really didn't care, I would just like start every song just going straight into the chorus and the verse. But I feel like you need a little bit of like, just like you need to be pulled into it and not just like yanked, you know what I mean? The outro ended up becoming the actual bridge of the song because I put the chorus at the end of it, but I just didn't like how it flowed. I didn't like how it sounded. I didn't feel like it went together. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna delete the chorus and we're just gonna have this like break, this instrumental break, just be the outro. And I feel like it works. I feel like it's a good, nice breather. So here's that. intro. The intro just plays off like the chorus basically. There's not really much to note here. I took out the baby crying noises from the first chorus and I just put it in the intro instead. And that's like, I don't know, just so that as soon as the song starts, you hear the wah, and you know, like, yeah, it just sets the tone, sets the theme. I hope nobody is confused about what Crybaby is about. I feel like it's very obvious. Like, you don't need me to explain that, right? You do? Okay, well, Crybaby is about being a crybaby. It's about lacking in kind of emotional regulation, releasing your negative feelings with tears. Yeah. The very last thing that I do is I work on the lyrics for the second verse, because like I said, that was the last thing that I recorded vocals for. I work on the lyrics for the second verse and I just play with the arrangement a little bit more. I think I condensed how long the verse was because I was singing it and I'm like, bro, I'm not about to make lyrics for all this stuff. Like, it just, so yeah, that's literally all I did. Thank you for watching. This is actually just the last section. But keep watching till the end though, because I have something to say to you, okay? Thanks. Anyways, here you go. Did you like that video? I think you'll really like this one next. Don't be afraid. Just click on it. Click on it.